Okay, so I'm just making a really quick update video to talk about some of the things I'm planning on doing. And basically, I'm using this new desktop computer that I got. It's some of the old equipment that I had. I just upgraded it. So this is a Core i7 6950X processor. It's a 10-core processor or something. 32 gigabytes of RAM right now. I was thinking about maybe upgrading that more, but right now 32 gigabytes seems to work fine. And then I have a Titan X 12 gigabyte video card from EVGA. And basically, as far as my equipment goes, I am desperately waiting for the iPhone 7. So basically, I keep seeing leaks about what's going to happen with the iPhone 7. And basically, right now, I am videoing this in the dark on an iPhone 6s Plus 128 gigabyte, which I actually made a video about when I first got it. Like, I actually made a video of going to the store and buying it that day, and then I think I did a review video of it. Thus far, this phone has been absolutely perfect. I haven't had any trouble with the 6s Plus. 4K is kind of like a gimmick to me because the problem is 4K. I record all of my videos, or as many as I can, in 4K, simply so that people who have lower broadband speeds can just downgrade their video and they can go down to 720p or they can go to 1080p. So I try to make all of my videos in as high quality as possible. So basically at this point I use 4K for everything. Now the problem that I have is that 4K takes up a lot of space. I think you use about 300 megabytes for every like 5 minutes that you shoot in 4K. It could actually be more, but 4K takes up a lot of space. So as it stands, I have 128 gigabyte total, but my personal files, documents, and settings, all that stuff takes up 30 gigabytes already. So I have less than 100 gigabytes left to record. So I definitely know that what I'm planning on getting is the iPhone 7 with the 256 gigabyte plus model. And from what I'm hearing, it looks like they're not only going to make the plus models with the iPhone 7, but they're also going to make an iPhone Pro model. And it's very possible, from what we're seeing, there's these three dimples is what they introduced when they introduced the iPad Pro. And these three dimples allow you to connect these devices to a smart case or a smart device made by Apple. And it looks like they had designed it specifically so only Apple has access to the device internal. So this way, like, no third party has access to, use this port right here. The Pro model supposedly is going to have two speakers on the bottom. It's going to have no headphone jack. And it's supposed to have two speakers on the top as well. So basically, it's going to be a lot like the iPad Pro. So that means that any software that they've been making for the iPad Pro, you'll most likely be able to use that software, and it'll have the same video capabilities and the same exact audio capabilities as the iPad Pro software. So if you're playing games that were designed for iPad Pro, you'll be able to play it on the phone and you'll hear it from all four sides of the speakers. So that sounds pretty good. And obviously, as you know, they're going to have, the new iOS version 10. And any new features are going to be there for iPhone version 10, iOS version 10. So that's pretty good. So I had also seen that there was a report on Yahoo made by Zach Epstein. And basically, they were saying that, they were talking about the rumors, like they're talking about how they're going to have this rounded out, it's not going to be perfectly flat. I don't honestly know why they don't flatten this out, or I hate the fact that Apple keeps making the phones thinner, because instead of thin, I would much prefer to have a bigger battery. But they keep making it thinner, and people keep putting these giant cases on, which pretty much negates the fact that they just made it thinner. But so what I'm hearing is that they're thinking that the iPhone 7 32 gigabyte is going to be $649. The 7 128 gigabyte will be about $749. So it looks like there's going to be a price drop of at least like $200 there, or $100. But the Plus models are the one I'm looking at. The Plus model 256 gigabyte will be $949. So the question is, if Apple does put out an iPhone 7 Plus Pro or iPhone 7 Pro, if they do that and they put a 256 gigabyte out, That's the one that I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy the absolute largest one I can get. I don't care how expensive it is, because most of you know me. You know that I do YouTube, and obviously I'm monetized, and obviously I make money, and blah, blah, blah. The thing about it is my iPhones pay for themselves. Within 1 month, they pay for themselves. So I really don't care. Even if the iPhone Pro was even if it was $100 more, and let's say it came out to 1,100, 1,200, I'd still buy it. I don't really care, because it's a part of my business. It's so easy to use. iMovie works perfectly. It's just like the video I'm shooting now. It's so easy to use. It's so perfect. It works just perfectly. And I love it more than my Sony NX5U camera, because this thing is just so much, it's more, it's portable, it's practical, it's so much easier to use. So that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get the iPhone 7 Pro model, if that's what's going to be made, and it'll probably be $100 more, so it'll probably be like $1,199 or something like that. And that's what I'm going to buy. I absolutely I would be so excited to have 220 gigabytes worth of space to use to make 4K video. And if they have a faster processor, which they always do, it'll be able to finalize those videos much, much faster, so I won't have to wait as much time. Because I'm planning to do some traveling. This is TripAdvisor. I'm planning, some of you may have seen my video where I went to this place right here. I went to this Moon Valley hotel apartment in Dubai, and then I went to Seychelles. I went to the Marble Village, Seychelles. So I have videos, travel videos, and I noticed that I was making a lot of money on my travel videos. So this is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about going to Buenos Aires, and Buenos Aires has relatively inexpensive hotels, and they have what looks like they have some nice hotels in Buenos Aires. But, oh wait, I gotta get rid of, yeah. But they have some very nice hotels there. And, basically, Buenos Aires is next to another country called Uruguay. And that's, a city called Montevideo. So I'm thinking about going to Buenos Aires and then hopscotching over to Montevideo, because it's actually easy to go to either one of those countries and go to both countries. So if I were to do that, I'd go to Buenos Aires and I'd go to Montevideo. And the prices for the hotels are they're relatively inexpensive. I don't know if I'd do a beachfront or something like that, because I usually like to stay away from the beach. I usually like to travel to the beach. I don't know if I'd have to rent a car or whatever like I did in Dubai. But Palermo seems like a good place to go. But then, there's Montevideo. There's Montevideo, Uruguay, and that's right across the water. And basically that's what I was thinking about doing. Now, there's not a lot going down there. There's not really much going on. You don't hear about these places. You only hear about Venezuela collapsing due to communism. So you don't really hear much about Buenos Aires. You don't hear much about Montevideo. But if I didn't go there, I would probably go to the Taj Mahal. So that's what is that? That's India. So that's Taj Mahal. What is that? That's in New Delhi, India, I believe. But no. Okay. Yeah. I'd probably go to India. If I were to go to India, what I'll do is I'd fly Dubai first from JFK, and then I'd hopscotch over to India. Now, I'd kind of be a little disappointed that I didn't take Indian Airlines, but the only way I would take Indian Airlines over Emirates is if Indian Airlines has an A380. Because when you fly on an A380, you're flying in style. So I would do that instead of Dubai, but only if Air India does a non-stop directly from JFK directly to New Delhi. That's the only way I would do that one. So other than that, that's basically all I was really thinking about doing, and that's basically it. So this is just like a little quickie update video. I've been very, very busy with my business, so I haven't really been making a lot of videos lately. I had been considering making a Jaguar F-Pace video, but I was really waiting for the Lincoln Continental. I didn't feel like dealing with going to Jaguar and checking it out, because the F-Pace just looks like a regular crossover to me, and there's nothing crazy about its engine, so I really just didn't feel like doing it. And I did notice that my Levante video did very good, but the problem is too many people already got the Jaguar. The Levante hasn't come out yet. That's why my video on the Levante is getting so many views. But I'm really anxious to get to the Lincoln Continental and do a good video on that. So basically, that's it. For now, that's basically it. So, you know, this is a nice quickie update. Nothing big. Vote Donald Trump 2016.